Grand Rising, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. This is iHouse, where we light the way. My name is Light, and I like to thank my A-team and the Divine for allowing me to be a crystal clear channel. If you find this message, it was meant for you, I'm going to ring the bell. All right, everybody. Today is Friday, September 26th. The time is 9:26 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is 75 degrees outside. 9:26 and 9:27, 1975 is very significant. I hope everybody has been well. Happy Friday. Continue to ground this energy. There is a lot going on right now, in the seen and unseen, known and unknown. All right, these are, I was going to say ancestor messages. You may want to go back to my ancestor message reading. This shape-shifting self from yesterday. I posted that reading yesterday. And I'm going to do the angel messages tomorrow. But right now, these are animal spirit messages. Angels, animal spirits, and ancestor messages. Okay? I just, in my book, the alligators, alligators, spirit, and crocodile spirit are significant. Anytime, whether they're regular animal spirit only messages or just general messages and the animal spirit comes up in the message, or just, going along in life. Look up what messages those spirits have for you at that time. Look them up right away. Somebody wants to look you up right away or is looking you up. Maybe to sue you. Dr. Seuss. They said capital letters, capital, and lowercase. All right. This is a PSA, pig spirit, seal spirit, alligator spirit out here, are out here. This is a PSA from the animal spirits. Pig spirit, seal spirit, alligator spirit, PSA. They said Pan's Labyrinth. Something about a pan or panning in or panning out. They said Peter Pan as a character. Somebody doesn't want to grow up. They're showing me my Priestess of Light deck, and then they're showing me the 19 card in it, which is Death and Rebirth. There's a priestess on it. She has all white. And there are two Black Panthers on the card. Death and Rebirth is what it says at the bottom of the card. Okay. So Blue Kachina timelines, Blue Star Kachina timelines are heavily significant right now. Blue Star Kachina timelines, the Kachina dolls are significant. Blue hair is significant. Let me see what this says. Yeah, Blue Star Kachina. Dr. Seuss is significant. Name Seuss, they said Seuss Rendezvous, name Sue, or somebody being sued, or being sued, or, vice versa. That's the PSO. PSO, they said is significant. PSI, pressure in a tire. You putting pressure on them, chosen one, golden children, and they are tired. They're showing me tide. Yeah, waves. Okay, water. The animals are out here. They're two water spirits. You have one, let me see. Is this Earth? One fire sign, one fire animal out here, one animal that is under the fire spirits, and two water spirits. So, like I said in yesterday's reading, and like I repeat and reiterate frequently, the sign of Aquarius is an air sign, but it is the water bearer. So we are in the age of Aquarius, and as I've been explaining, if you have not healed your inner child, meaning, like I said in the post, if your inner child program is outdated, meaning you haven't healed your inner child, unfortunately, it means you will not be able to move forward with the rest of us who have in these timelines. Blue stars are significant, whatever that means for you. It says stars and stripes. And then it says stars and strikes. Dave and Buster, stuff like that might be significant, but they're definitely showing me the blue star. Okay, number 123 is significant as a time and a date and as a countdown. The hyena spirit. Now, as soon as I got hyena spirit, the lion came out, and then I saw a warthog, and I forgot what those other it said King Julian. Madagascar, real life Timon and Pumbaa, the Lion King. The lion spirit came up in this deck, but it didn't come out. The lion card deck in the tea leaf deck is time to act. So there you go, PSA. And then they're saying SAP. Or look at this. The PSA is something happening ASAP. That's the PSA. Something is happening ASAP. We are switching timelines. They said pajamas like that, stripes like that are significant. Or you know what I'm getting? Somebody makes children's furniture and then other people make like cakes and stuff, but the themed furniture, themed children's rooms, and themed cakes for children is significant. It said the name Newton is significant. Okay, the hyena spirit. Let's read that. You see the card in the background. You see the moon in the background. So phases and cycles of the moon are significant. The hyena personality, hyena. Humor, wit, sarcasm. The hyena personality is a jokester and crowd pleaser. But below the surface, there are unfulfilled dreams to be realized. When the hyena card appears, it is time to reflect on your reliance on sarcasm and humor to express your truth. Are you using jokes to hide old resentments? They said Hyde Park is significant. Are you using jokes to hide old resentments in relationships or to mask things that you feel uncomfortable discussing? They said an excursion is significant. And then they're showing me the Jeep. So a treat or an excursion is significant. And excursion and Jeep as brands. Brand as a name possibly. Or being branded. Are you using jokes to hide resentments or in relationships or to mask things that you feel uncomfortable discussing? What would happen if you speak your truth seriously? What would happen if you took your goals seriously? When in balance, the hyena archetype is charming, witty, fun to be around. When out of balance, scrappy, petty, suspicious. To bring into balance, sobriety. They said the 12 steps. And then they said Drew Hill, 5 steps. And then they said Drew Hill, beauty is her name. Marilyn might be significant. MD. Doctor. They said Dr. Strange. Dr. Strange. And then, like I said a few days ago in one of my posts, Papa San, strange things are happening. Stranger things. Yeah, you woke up out this matrix. The turtle spirit is next. That's 105. They said, 105 is significant. And I'm getting like a classroom number. A purple oval is significant. And you know what? They're telling me to show it to you. This might be a black and blue spot. And I'm getting maybe Abby or Zoe is the name. Sesame Street. Open Sesame. This is a black and blue spot. Take it as it resonates for you. All right. Water. It said Oyster Bay is significant. Okay, water, 105, turtle spirit, ancient soul, grounded, trusting, at home in the self. Like I said, go back to the ancestor reading. The shape-shifting self, the shaman, is significant. It is wonderful to be in the presence of a turtle personality like the beaver, which is the next card out. Like the beaver, the turtle has a strong relationship with the earth and water elements simultaneously. Like I said, we had to get it out of the mud. Like the beaver, the turtle has a strong relationship with the earth and water elements simultaneously. This helps to ground and connect them to the deeper truths of life, no matter where their travels lead them. Turtle energy is behind all great writers and storytellers as they collect life experiences under their shells for later use. The most potent turtle energy helps us close all the other books and begin to tell our own true tale. They said fairy tales are significant. And then they said the fae, F-A-E, the fae, the fairies, they're significant. Fairy tales. And take that as it resonates. When in balance, the turtle archetype is peaceful, adventurous, and productive. When out of balance, slows down to a halt. They said halt, as in stop. We used to play that game in Jamaica. And then they said, who's going to the picnic? Somebody is going to a picnic or thought they were having a picnic. You know what they're showing me? Hold on. Oh, now I can't find what they're trying to show me. What else is new? Okay, when in balance, this archetype is a peaceful, adventurous, and productive. When out of balance, slows down to a halt. Oh, like I was saying, we used to play the game Halt in Jamaica coming up. They said Ludi is significant. Dandy Shandy is significant. These ancestors are coming in very heavy right now. The waters, like they said, to remind you, the river mumas. These are water spirits. Mermaids and sirens. They said MS. Missouri, Mississippi, they said Cree and Creek tribes. Like I said, Turtle Island. This is where we are. Indigenous people. Turtle Island. Feather Gang. To bring into balance and adventure. That's what time it is. They're showing me the 10 card in the Kipper deck. Journey. Okay? And then now they're showing me the 9 card in the tipper. They said tipper, skipper, kipper. Okay, we're going, and they're showing me the 6 of Wands. That's relocation into smooth waters. They said it's nothing but smooth sailing, feather gang, Turtle Island. Bring into balance and adventure, great adventure. They said 6 flags, but none of them are red. Not one of them are red. Now they're showing me. Here, they're showing me this again, the blue star. Now they're showing me P. They said Babe, Pig in the City. And then they said Charlotte's Web, Wilbur. Babe and Wilbur, significant. Little piglets. Both of them were going to slaughter, but because they said award tour, they got awards. I just put award tour up, a Tribe Called Quest. We are on a vision quest. Okay? Pig spirit is significant. We are about to be a pig. They said you and your ancestors are about to be like pig in shit. Happy. Pig spirit. But, you know, a cock might be significant. PP. They said one police plaza. A cop is definitely significant. They said copper. Yeah, the copper top. The copper tops are indigenous to Turtle Island. Okay? They said rabbit spirit is significant. Yes, it is. We're going down the rabbit hole. See the R? They said Rhea is significant as a name, but I don't think that's how you spell her name. But they said Rhea. Actually, it's R-H-E-A as a name. That's what they're saying. But rabbit spirit, we have gone down the rabbit hole to restore our republic. They said rightful owners are significant. Yeah, that's right. They said it's been a rough ride to restore this republic, but we're here. Maybe you thought it was funny. Like I said, you thought shit was sweet. You didn't know fat meat was greasy. They say, yeah, you thought it was funny. And look at the moon. They said the mirror has two faces. Like I said, this is somebody, friends, family, and loved ones. That's why those are in air quotes. Like I said, ear signs. It said airheads. An airhead might be an actual, look, they said New Rochelle might be significant. They said, I was going to say Matilda, but Medea came out. Madea, like I said, MD. Maryland, MD as in doctor, as in sick, you need one. Right now, doctor, MD, and RN. Like I said, these people have medical backgrounds. Newt, lizards, reptile spirits. R for reptile. They said in Harry Potter, the house of the reptiles. You are a parcel tongue. You're a parcel mouth. You speak to snakes. It said pox are significant. Smallpox, chickenpox, pox. They said something is not up to par or par for the course. And then they show me rap. Okay, beaver spirit, last but not least, they said leave it to beaver. Bear spirit is significant. Beaver bear. They said Airbnbs might be significant. They said BIBB as a name. Bieber, bib as a name. They said this might be a name of a dog. There are a lot of, they said that's a very popular dog named Bear. This also might mean Bear Mountain. So take it as it resonates. Bear County. Bear Run. I don't know. They said without a paddle. Without a paddle. P for paddle. 100 and 101 is significant, as in taking them to school. But the beaver spirit came upside down. Leave it to beaver, but they couldn't. So you see this upside down. This is a water spirit, but upside down it is air. Beaver spirit, hard worker, loyal, tireless, family first. The beaver personality is a welcome sight. These good-natured and dependable creatures have infinite love and enthusiasm for family and expresses it by way of the earth element, providing a home financial stability. Although a beaver does not usually initiate a project, once started, they work steadily for weeks, months, or years to see it through. The beaver card appears when the task at hand requires your long-term steady effort. It can also signify that it's time for some karma yoga, selfless service. Like I said, service to self will no longer be tolerated. When in balance, the beaver archetype is happy, meaningful work. When out of balance, feels useless, worn out. To bring into balance, physical labor, selfless service. I already know what that means for me. It is upside down. It is upside down. Now take that as a resonance. You guys be well. But actually, they're telling me to show you one more set of cards. Raccoon spirit. So something is happening quickly, quietly, as soon as possible, and late at night. This ox is the new beginning, okay? They said Lennox could be 1 to Harlem, 125th. You have safe passage. Spell 125 in the Book of the Dead is the spell for safe passage in the afterlife. This is the afterlife. Like I said, half-life, shelf life, afterlife. Okay? They said Resident Evil. These are can be two eyes watching you at night. Okay? Then they said, but you see how they're out in the daytime. Raccoons are night animals out in the daytime. So this is a rabid animal. Okay? Rabid animal. And then they're saying fox. Fox. But here's what they're showing me. Fish, beta. They said alpha and beta, alpha and omega. But then they're saying, XOXO, this person had possibly loved you or you them. They said, I used to love HER. HER, common as artist, Chicago, a city. But what they're telling me is the ox, is Apis. It's the new beginning, the Ace of Wands, okay? It's upside down because you were focused on the wrong things, whoever this resonates with. That's what they said. And now they're showing me, look, clandestine operations. It said social studies are significant, social services. And what? Selfless service. Selfless service, the beaver. It's upside down. They couldn't keep their lips sealed. They said loose lips sink ships. Maybe that's the name of this reading. I'll see how it goes. They said BAPS, BAPS as a movie. B, bear, the alligator, the pig, and the seal. BAPS, Black American princesses. Like I said, indigenous people, Black Indians, indigenous to this land and all lands on our beautiful blue planet. I was going to say green planet. They said the green lantern might be significant. Blue-green is our planet. They said blue-green eyes might be significant. There go the eyes. All right, you guys be well. See you next video.